Okay, so you know how we all drink water, right?
Hopefully.
Right. But have you ever, like, stopped and thought about what's actually in it?
Besides H2O.
Yeah, besides just, like, straight up water.
All the time. That's kind of my job.
Right. Well, this is a deep dive after all, so get ready, because we are taking a deep dive today into a new study all about a brand new chemical that scientists have found
Brand new.
in our drinking water.
In drinking water.
And it's specifically in the kind that's treated with chloramine.
Right. Which a lot of people have.
Yeah, which a lot of us are drinking every single day.
So.
So I guess the big question is, should we be freaking out?
No.
Okay, good. So not Flint, Michigan level.
No, no, no. Not at all.
Okay.
Not even close. It's a good question to ask, though, because it is a reminder that there's a lot we don't know about the stuff that we're drinking.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
it's really important. So this new chemical, its name is chloronitramide anion, and that's ClNNO2NO2 if you want the chemistry version of it. But it's been a mystery for decades.
Wait, so scientists have known about this, but they haven't been able to figure out what it was for decades.
They knew that something was there.
Okay.
They knew that it might exist, but they could never actually isolate it and be like, aha, this is what it is. We know what it looks like. We know its chemical structure.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that until now.
Okay. A mystery chemical in our drinking water that we're all drinking, that officially qualifies as intriguing.
It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit, because
Okay.
I think we need to talk about chloramine, because I know some cities use it. My city uses it instead of chlorine to disinfect the water.
Right. So chlorine is like a sprinter.
Okay.
It disinfects quickly, but then it kind of fades out pretty fast. And that's not really ideal for these big water systems where you have miles and miles of pipes. You know,
Right.
you want something that's going to last a little bit longer.
Got it.
Chloramine is like a marathon runner. It stays active longer. It can, travel those miles of pipes and keep your water safe from bacteria all the way to your tap.
The marathon runner. Okay. So how does this new chemical, the chloronitramide anion,
It's a mouthful.
yeah, how does it fit into all of this?
Well, what they think is happening is that it's forming as a byproduct of that chloramine. As that chloramine breaks down, it's creating this chloronitramide anion.
Okay.
And Professor Julian Ferry, he's one of the scientists who was working on this study, he said it was incredibly elusive, like this tiny, stable little chemical that was super hard to detect. He said it was like trying to find a single snowflake in a blizzard. So it took them a decade
Wow.
of research and a ton of different tests and really advanced technology to finally be like, oh, there you are.
Gotcha. So we've got this elusive chemical in our water.
Yeah.
We finally figured out it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But the big question is, like, what does it mean for our health?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? We don't know yet. It's so new. But what we do know is that, there are certain byproducts from water disinfection that we know can have long-term health effects. Professor Ferry was saying, it's well recognized that when we disinfect our water, there is some toxicity that's created.
Okay.
But scientists haven't actually identified all of the chemicals that are driving that toxicity. And so a major goal of this research is to figure out, like, what are those chemicals and how are they forming?
So it's less about immediate panic and more about kind of the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Like, this could be a game changer for how we understand water treatment.
Right. So imagine, like, what if this new chemical does turn out to have some long-term health impacts? Then that could lead to new ways of purifying water.
Oh, wow.
Right. Like maybe even like totally new disinfection methods that are both really good at killing those bacteria and viruses, but also minimize the amount of these byproducts that are created.
It's really interesting to think about.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That just this one discovery could change so much. So this has been a fascinating deep dive. We've learned about a new chemical, right?
Brand new chemical.
A brand new chemical in our drinking water.
Okay.
It's called chloronitramide anion, and it forms from the breakdown of chloramine.
Our marathon runner friend.
Their marathon runner friend, yes. Which keeps our water safe.
Exactly.
But maybe, it's prompting us to ask some new questions.
Yeah.
About how we treat our water and, what could be lurking in there.
It makes you think about that glass of water a little differently, right?
Definitely. Well, I'm going to go refill my glass. You want anything?
Sure. I'll take a glass of water.
Sounds good. We'll be back in a moment, folks.